top-ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the home of the USC Trojans, the storied Los Angeles Coliseum. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Colorado Buffaloes, taking on one of the top teams in this conference, the USC Trojans. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollock, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Buffaloes will kick it away first. Looks like he's going to bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Give to the running back. Pushed his way ahead. Really good run to get it out to the 20, a pickup of 5. All right, guys, let's think big picture USC. By the end of the day, one of these two teams will control their conference destiny the rest of the way. Potential bye in the college football playoff on the line. This game critical at this point in the season for both teams.
And so much talent in this game, too. Outstanding coaching staffs, NFL talent on both teams going into this one. David, this might be a rematch in the conference championship game. We might get to see this matchup again.
Yeah, and it's so nice to have two teams playing so well at the top of their conference. You know this game matters. There's no sleepwalking into this game. You see the numbers at the top of the conference. It's you and it's them. Who's going to come out today?
The Trojans really need to keep this drive alive on third down. Back to pass, it's Clemens. Unloads to the right. Complete downfield. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
And the Trojans with the 1st and 10. Running back searching for a hole.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Oh, they're after him. On target over the middle. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense. That type of big play can even make Traveler perk up and take notice.
And, man, when I think about USC and just their pass, I just think about explosive. Explosive playmakers, making explosive plays down the field, finding those big wide receivers, making big plays.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Touchdown, Trojans! They went for it all, and it paid off with the score.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to rotate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Makes a move. He's got an alley. And there he goes. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. That dude ought to have a lethal sticker on his helmet. Anytime he touches it, it can be a score. He touched it, and it was.
No doubt. Unbelievable speed. And if you're back deep for a kickoff, obviously, you've got those wheels. But to be able to get through, and guess what? No flags. You know it's going to count. Great job by the special teams being special.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. Wants to throw. It's Clemens. Makes the catch. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
Give to the single back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. It's amazing how a play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you've got the offense right where you want.
And he dropped it. Oh, what a missed opportunity. Nobody around. Just had too much time to think about it. Kick is in the air. He's got it. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Oh, he's got some space. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the...
Going for the big play. What a grab along the left sideline. Got the foot down in a strong throw. Put it right on the money.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback be going the other direction.
How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion.
And he's in for the touchdown, but hang on just a second. There is a flag on the field. Big third down in the red zone, and this crowd is getting behind this defense. Hands it off. Headed to the end zone. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Buffaloes. They'll try to add another to their lead. precision blocking up front, created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And he's not going to take the touchback. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. The give to the tailback. They throw it in reverse as that's the final play here in the first period. Guys, Colorado has the lead here, and we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. The Trojans now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Looking downfield, it's Clemens. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete.
And that's where quarterbacks, they got to be very assertive. They got to believe what they see and really pull the trigger. But the longer they wait and they get off rhythm or off timing, a lot of times it ends up in incomplete passes.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. And the Trojans send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He gets it away from his own end zone. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Under fire. He was able to squirt free and pick up a few and avoid a negative play there. And the Buffaloes racing to the line in the hurry up. Back to pass on 2nd down. Gets open down the middle. There he goes. And he takes it all the way down to the 10-yard line. An explosive play for this offense.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Gives it on the option. They get him stopped, but those feet kept moving until he was down to the 5. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Leaves it with the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Well, you know if you're this offense, you're dialing up this running back, man. He has been a scoring machine all season long. He just finds his way into the end zone, and this is a golden opportunity to put 6 up on the board with that guy in your backfield.
Going for 6. Touchdown, Buffs! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
Really nice job by the quarterback there of just letting the play develop. He had his eyes down the middle of the field, and I think when he saw that deep middle area vacated, he said to himself, I've got a guy running right into that area. I'm throwing this thing on time, and this is going to be a touchdown. That's exactly what happened.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line.
You makes it look so routine out there, just plucking passes in this offense. When you think about the success the Trojans have had offensively in the past and certainly in more recent times, it always feels like there's got to be at least one receiver in this offense in the discussion for best in the country. This guy, I think, can be that.
Dropping back, it's Clemens. Skips away from pressure. And the quarterback bought a little time, but actually bought a lot of time, but not enough time. The defense gets to him.
Really good play by this defense, and you know exactly what you're getting with this guy. Man, he is electric. He is dynamic. He'll make plays, so you got to do a good job of containing him in the pocket. And when he starts to scramble, chase from one side. Don't overlap with another guy. Nice job by the defense.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Harold. And he's down after the short completion. He did not make it to the first down marker.
Really nice job on that play. Quarterback and receiver being on the same page. Quarterback not telegraphing the throw, and the receiver does a nice job finding the soft spot in the defense, just settling down and giving his quarterback a nice target to throw to.
Using the back as a receiver on the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. Trying play action. Here comes the heat. He'll try to do it himself. Desperately wanted to convert on fourth down, but couldn't do it.
You know, offensively in that situation, fourth down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the right. Crosses the 35. Out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play. Spotted at the 32. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. And this set of downs gets started from the 33. First and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Here's the pressure. He's going to run it.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center nowadays in football. You can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
They'll run play action. Throws to the wideout. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
And finally, this quarterback looks human for one play. He has been lights out up to this point. Very accurate, making good decisions in a beautiful rhythm, and finally throws his first incompletion of the game.
Here comes his home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. The snap sets up the throw. The screen, he can go. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22. And the Buffaloes want to crank the tempo. Looking downfield on first down. He's got it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Colorado. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
He'll bring it out. It's Harold. That's the kind of mistake that throws off your game plan. Come out of the end zone and you're stopped at the 8. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Back to throw, it's Clemens. Got his man. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
There's got to be a sense of urgency for this offense right now. They're trailing. They're going to be kicking off to open the second half. So they need points. They need to go tempo. Maybe that last first down gets them a little bit of confidence.
He makes the catch. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. It's complete. Get it down to the 28-yard line. It is a first down, and they have to show some urgency here. The Trojans come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They're going to run it. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Sweet cut there. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Looking to throw on first down. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And they get the takeaway and prevent points from going up just before the end of the half.
You can't give points away when you're a QB. You have to understand, I got to be aggressive, and it's tough in the red zone because those are really tight windows. But, man, the one thing I cannot do is turn the football over. I got to make sure I get points. Really poor decision. Great play by the defense.
We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Little touch pass to the receiver. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. And the Trojans will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. And he's coming out of the end zone. He's got great speed. Got a little room. Wide open, and it's a foot race. They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
And he's in for the second score of the game. My goodness. Note to self, kickoff team. Don't kick it to him anymore. Squib it, kick it to the other guy. Just don't let that guy touch it again.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Gentlemen, that pivotal top 15 battle is in the books. Here's how things went down. Texas A&M packed a wallop today, and in many ways it felt like it packed the 12th man with them too. This was supposed to be a road test, and instead it felt like a walk through the park in College Station. Iron sharpens iron, and you just know a top 15 matchup like this is going to go a long way in telling the story of each of these teams' seasons.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Nice job by the quarterback trying to buy time and scrambling to the right, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Somehow fits it into that traffic. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though, how quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
On third and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. And how about this lower intestinal fortitude? 4th and 1 in your own territory, and they're going. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. The hand to the running back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Well, you got to give the defense credit. They knew a big key in this one was slowing this dude down, especially after how well he played the last time out. They have been swarming him, they have been gang tackling him, and getting a lot of penetration up front.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Got the quick pass. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. He wants to throw it. Fires to the middle. It's picked off. That's number 10. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
Some defensive players just have a knack. I've played with guys throughout the course of my career that you can't coach it. It's not speed, it's not strength. It's literally, I know when to break on the football, how to go get it, and how to pull it in. It's just a knack.
And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again here.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those 4th down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for you.
Using the quick game.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting them the football, letting them get some positive yards.
The Trojans come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. To the air, it's Clemens. It's picked off, and that's number 10. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And these are the mistakes backed up you can't make as a quarterback, man. You've got to protect the football. Big-time mistake. Defense capitalizes and sets their offense up with elite field position.
Into the end zone. Laundry down on the field as the pass is incomplete, but let's see what the penalty is. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And the sudden change magnified for this defense as it's 1st and goal. Fakes the grab. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly.
I love defenses that can tackle the catch. Right away, you're not giving up any yak. As soon as that player has the ball, he goes down now.
Into the end zone. Soft spot in the middle.
Well, the play fake on the RPO bought the receiver some time to work himself open on the route. That was a man-to-man coverage on the defense. Nice job by the receiver putting his foot in the ground and separating.
They love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's 3rd and goal. Trying to march in. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop.
And you gotta love this defensive performance so far. Done such a good job against the running back that you saw last week, man. He can go off. He can make big plays. He can chew some yardage up and keep an offense on schedule. Nice job by this defense locking in and shutting down the run game so far.
Go straight ahead. He's going for the goal line. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone.
And how about this offense? A big situation on 4th and goal, and you trust your running back. You trust your offensive line. You trust the physicality of this unit, and they reward that trust, and they punch it in for 6.
Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. He'll bring it out. It's Harrell. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Threw a pick the last time they had it. They'll try to be more productive this time around. Here he goes, breaking the pocket.
Well, as soon as he got outside the pocket, the defense smelled blood in the water. Everybody started pursuing. And how about the big hit on the QB outside the pocket? At that point, he's a runner. He's not getting protected anymore. Nice job. He felt that one.
Looking for a man. It's Clemens. Pocket breaking down. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
Man, this defense has played so well, and this offense, they've struggled. They haven't executed greatly. They're going to have to do it against a really good defense who continues to apply pressure. They got to find a way to protect their quarterback a little better.
Now the play fake. That's reeled in. It's Dalton. Makes his way to the 17, but not enough for the first down. So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. Jump the gun just a bit, and we've got a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And the Trojans will punt it away on fourth down. I wouldn't quite call it a shank, but that's not exactly going to go on the resume reel. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Great place to start for this offense. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Going for it all. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
You simply don't see that very often. A quarterback of this guy's caliber missing a guy wide open in the end zone. He makes those throws in his sleep.
Off play action. Fires to the wideout. Complete in the middle. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Buffaloes!
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
And the extra point splits the uprights. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Fielded in the end zone, it's Harrell. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Opening play of this drive comes from the 11. Looking downfield, it's Clemens. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Caught over the middle, it's Wormley. Couple of guys there to get him on the ground.
Well, one thing you got to say about this guy is he's very, very poised. He knew he had that defender bearing down on him. He got hit right as he threw it. Still, though, it didn't affect his accuracy. Nice job getting that completion.
Off the play fake. Unloads to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete. It's the final play of the third quarter. Fourth quarter is coming. Guys, Colorado has the lead here. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. So we open the final period with a third down play. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Grab near the marker, it's Harrell. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Now on second down. Looking to fire. Moving away from pressure. Now he's looking into the middle. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. Can't make the connection, and the defense gets a fourth down stop.
Listen, with the aggressiveness of offenses and taking chances, a lot of times it's going to put your defense in a hole. And this defense is going to have to come through in the clutch right here because you're trailing. They can't get more scores. They got to get a stop on this possession, and the offense is going to have to do better than they just did.
And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. Fires deep toward the end zone. Through his hands and incomplete. He normally makes that catch every time it's second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Here's the handoff. Pick up of 5. It'll be third down and 5.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. The Buffaloes will hustle to the line. To throw, it's Kennedy. Rushes on him. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Now inside 4 minutes to go here on second down. Wide receiver comes in motion. The play action fake. He's moving out of the pocket. Couldn't quite get it into the end zone. He goes out of bounds at the 3, but they are in business.
When you have scrambling quarterbacks, you got to have a spot. You got to have somebody in the middle of the field. Everybody's playing coverage, but that guy's job is to focus on the quarterback and make sure he doesn't scramble and make big plays like this with his feet.
He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
And we saw it last week with this offense, right? They know who they are down here. They're going to be physical. They gave him the football, and what did he do? He rewarded you with 2 touchdown runs.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Buffs! With that score, it looks as if this bunch is about to go 6-1.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. We'll see if that failed fourth down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that first down. You could see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
Well, you can't blame this offense for wanting to be aggressive. They're down by a lot on the scoreboard here, and that time going 4 verticals, trying to stretch the defense, see if someone can get open. But, David, the defense was expecting it, and they were able to come away with the INT.
Yeah, the only thought I have right now, Jesse, is I'm playing deep. I can't give up the big plays. I want to make them earn it. The clock is my friend. Getting the lead, having the lead in the 4th quarter. Nice execution by this defense, and this one ain't over, but it's looking more like it.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. On the option. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. And the Buffaloes want to move quickly. On the option. They'll try the run. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
ACC action, fellas, and all week there's been intrigue about this one. Alabama is on top, but it's not like Tua or Jalen Hurts or even Ken Stabler are playing quarterback, which is why they can't pull away. They're up by 10 over NC State. Any major changes in this ACC standoff, you'll hear about them first from us, gentlemen.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
Determined run, but he stopped after 2 yards down at the 13. It'll be 3rd and long. Back to throw, it's Clemens. Unloads it left. Rolls it in. Janging on the move. It'll be a 1st down at the 29. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. The Trojans will have it 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
Man, what a really nice job by being disciplined by this defense. Like, understanding I'm trying to rush the passer, probably a passing situation type of a deal, but doing it with some discipline. They try to sneak the screen in. They were ready for it. Nice job by this defense.
Grab near the sticks. It's Harrell. They get him out of bounds. Couple yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling. They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Wants to throw again. Throws to the wideout. And that is interception number 3 on the day. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
And that's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They haven't gotten a rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense and your team really needed it the most, Palmer, they throw the INT.
And it's a microcosm, too, of just how dominant the defense has been. They've always been a step ahead. They've been the more physical side, and they've been making plays on the back end.
Looking for a huge play. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and that can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action attempt.
Breaks into the open. And how about that alertness and that swarming D to keep him from getting the first down?
How about the effort by the running back? Great job. Listen, it's not an ideal situation, but when you get yourself backed up like that, and it's third in eternity, you put yourself in a bad situation. He almost climbed out of it single-handedly. Nice run, nice effort by the running back.
And how about this? They're going to send the kicker out there to try to put a thunderfoot into one. What an absolute howitzer he unleashed off his foot.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. To the air, it's Clemens. He's taking a deep shot. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. To the air on first down. He's not afraid to go deep. And that one is picked up in the end zone.
And this offense, unfortunately, finishing like they've played all game long, struggling to put points on the board. Another turnover here late in the football game, and I think people are starting to go ahead and exit the aisles and take on off out of here.
One more play to pad the stats. They'll run the option. The give to the back. And that is how we will wrap this one up.